All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules of the dressing room. I expect a good, clean fight. No rough tactics. These trunks here are a little high. These trunks, tampoco alto, they're a little high also. Punches here are still good. Give me a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Remember, guys, I'm fair, but I'm firm. Touch them up. Okay.
I'm fair, but I'm firm. Catchphrase of Joe Cortez. And after all the shenanigans and psychological warfare of the last 45 minutes, at last, this fight is ready to go. Only two men of all those huge entourage will be left in the ring. Can Barrera take Hamed's power as he moves up in his first major fight at featherweight? How will this evolve? It's absolutely fascinating. A head-on collision of two modern boxing superstars. There's the left hand, didn't quite land flush. Will Barrera be able to exert the pressure that he's talked about all week? Hamed can be elusive, he's quick and hard to catch.
So many fighters just can't deal with the strange style that Hamed's got. Is very, very effective, but good fighters can't fathom it out. How can Barrera handle it?
It's a showdown too between conventional skills and the totally unpredictable mix of Hamed. He's hit by a left hook and hurt! Big shot, and he was all over the place, Hamed. First blood to Barrera. I thought he was going to go then for a second, Glenn.
It was a good shot, and Barrera is very, very sharp. But can Hamed now take the power of Barrera?
Well, he said in the build-up, I've got more knockouts than he's had fights. Well, this looks like trouble for Hamed. But he's at his most dangerous when he's hurt. We've seen that before. It looks different already. Has looked easier to hit in recent fights since trying to meddle with his original style.
Barrera just taking his time, just trying to be smart. He's very cute, very knowledgeable, very technical.
Hamed trying to pick him off with jabs. He walked into one. That's the problem for Barrera. If he tries to close the range and get in the body shots, he could walk into a real megaton punch. They're both very respectful of what the other can do. Hamed gets there with a left hand. Barrera takes the shot. Lovely shot to the body. That's his speciality. The left hook to the body, around the liver usually.
This is where Barrera is good, when he puts combinations together. Most fighters can only get Hamed with one. Can Barrera get him with two or three?
Hamed is shaking his head at Barrera as if to say the punches don't hurt. Barrera's not going to worry. Three more, he's all over the place again. He does look novice at times, and his technique let him down in that first round, which was very, very clearly Barrera's.
Very much so. And the psychological battle, as well as the battle inside the ring, is going Barrera's way.
Well, you see, I think all that stuff before the fight, that's a distraction. He should have just got on with it.
Of course he should. I mean, they were trying to psych Barrera out. The family were trying to psych him out. You know, all the making him wait. But Barrera, you know, you've got to realise that the people, the Mexican people, you know, it doesn't look right, you know, somebody waiting, and he's took it as a sign that Hamed's scared. He started very confidently, but very sensibly, taking his shots so well.
Look at that. We've seen this a lot, haven't we now, in different fights. Augie Sanchez, Kevin Kelley, a couple of other times. It's Stewart who's been doing the talking in the corner, Emmanuel Stewart. Terrible start for Hamed, a really terrible start. Second round. He's got to improve on that. He's got to buckle down to business. Trying to get Barrera on the back foot, and if he could do that, it would be very significant. Just flicking there, gave him a backhand. Can't do that. Boos from the crowd. At the moment, Hamed can't quite get his punches off. He's trying to spear him with that jab, but he's out of reach with it all the time. We don't have all the answers yet. One or two pro fighters, as Barrera just waves Hamed in, say that the cumulative effect of Hamed's strength and extra power might tell late on. That's one theory, only one theory.
Well, Hamed does have tremendous power, and if he can really catch Barrera cleanly, that could tell the difference. He's always got that chance. We've seen it time and time again.
There's damage under the right eye, I think, developing for Hamed. I think there's a psychologically damaging point at some point in this fight as well, where Hamed will hit Barrera with his best shots, and if he gets no effect from that, what will be going on? What demons will be at play?
Well, that's right, but Hamed, you know, when he's been hit with shots before, when he's been on the floor, he's always getting up. The chin very high from Hamed. Barrera catching him with quite a few shots.
Look for the rocket launcher, Hamed, missed, and look at that. Oh! Dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That's World Wrestling Federation. Now Barrera tried to hit him then as they were both down. What's the ref going to do about this?
Well, Hamed grabbed his arm as he pulled him down. Hamed tried to wrestle with him. Barrera reacted.
Watch out for that rough tactics.
Joe Cortez, I think, has got a big job here.
Come here. I don't want any rough tactics. Remember,
Hamed could have been disqualified against Cesar Soto for a body slam. He wasn't. Joe Cortez won't muck about. He'll be deducting points. It's already very eventful, Glenn.
It certainly is. Hamed looking for the big shots. Barrera still sharp enough to avoid them.
Just dabbing away occasionally at his right eye, Hamed. Cuts have very rarely been a problem. Great right hand, Barrera well picked. He will have that bit of extra speed of the natural super bantamweight. And he's done 15 days of weights to add muscle to go up to 9 stone.
But Barrera counter-punching so well, taking the shots off, coming back with not just 1 but 2s and 3s.
Hamed has what Rocky Marciano used to call the Suzy Q, the equalizer, the big shot. He could turn it all around in an instant. Another Barrera round.
You got him fighting your type of fight. That's what you want now. You got him kept all this. That's what you want. But keep backing him up. You getting them confused. Keep backing him up, and you know the key shot when he starts that weak jab like that, bam, right through the center. Okay. Let him start the weak jab.
Verdict so far, Glenn?
Well, I mean, Hamed's still there, still looking for the big shot. Barrera, very cool, handling it well. You know, he's not just going all out. You know, he's very, very aware of the punch power of Hamed. And he's been careful, but the counter-punching is very, very sharp.
See, the Hamed camp said before this fight, Barrera's one-dimensional, but he's much more clever than that, isn't he?
Oh, very much so. You know, he's a smart guy in and outside the ring. This is the pull-down. Just went off too soon. Hamed did just try to wrestle him on the ground there.
Round 3. What happens next here? It's a bad start by Hamed. He hasn't really got going at all yet. That's better. 3 jabs, and he's found the range. A reminder to Barrera. What he needs is one of those punches to have a shattering effect sometime soon, just to tilt the balance.
Another good long left hand from Barrera. Hamed going for the big punch there, really leaping in.
Hamed complaining that one of those was low. Different sort of fight than Barrera Morales. the classic that we always knew it would be because of Hamed's peculiar style. Oh, another left hook from Barrera, rocked back, but stays upright.
Good body shot from Hamed there with the right hand. That's what he's got to try and use. Bring the hands down. Barrera with a high guard.
Starting to get the jab going, Hamed. The first real positive sign for him. And he's looking all the time too for those nice little right hooks. Certainly not gung-ho, is he, Barrera? He's not rushing in, he's very wary of getting countered.
Yes, he's very smart, he's very intelligent, you know, he knows the power. He's not gonna just dive in unexpectedly because he knows Hamed can come back with something.
Just rather telegraph that long punch, Hamed. He's been trying to shorten punches up in training. That's what they've been working on. Good jab again. This is better. Barrera's got blood by his nose. Again, he looks for that right hook. A better round this one, Glenn, for Hamed.
Yes, it is. He's been more aggressive. The jabs work very well on the big punches.
And the right hand from Barrera. He does look so open, and sometimes his balance is, well, rotten, Hamed. They've been trying to work on it, trying to make refinements.
Well, he does have, in his style, he has glaring mistakes, but what he does have is great power. He can hit fighters when they don't expect it.
And he has that way of prevailing, no matter how much of a scare he's had along the way. Will it be the same tonight?
Yes, it's always seemed that he's had an unbreakable will. That's got him through so far.
Into the third round, Hamed's best yet. Let's get the views of Wayne McCulloch.
Well, Barrera started the first 2 rounds, he surprised everybody. He started boxing and going backwards. Hamed's going forward, which is unusual. He got it together in the third round. He had a good round there, but he lost the first 2. You know, Hamed needs to go out there and finish this job off.
There were some positive signs from there, though. The jab was starting to round home, wasn't it?
Yes, the jab was good. We saw that against Paul Ingle, we saw that against Jose Badillo. When he wants to use the jab, he can use it very well. And he's now, Hamed's having to think of different things to do.
So many British boxers have come a cropper in Las Vegas. Of course, Alan Minter won famously here, as did Nigel Benn, Lennox Lewis, Johnny Nelson even. But people like Maurice Hope, Colin Jones, Barry McGuigan, Frank Bruno, Lloyd Hannigan, they've all failed.
Good little left hand in close there for Hamed in that exchange.
Round 4 coming up. Hamed has won his last 2 fights against Boyani Bungu and Augie Sanchez in this round. It's a favourite time for him to end the argument. No switch hitting from him so far.
No, I don't think he wants to try anything out of the ordinary because I think he's aware of Barrera's counter punch. He can't make a mistake.
Fantastic right counter by Barrera to the body. But he mustn't get mesmerised in the way of some former Hamed opponents by Hamed's jab, which is swaying in front of him, almost like a cobra waiting to strike, but he's got him with another left hook. He rocked again, looked like he was going to go, but stayed upright. Oh dear, how soon before one of these really starts a huge crisis for Hamed?
Well, Hamed's chin is prevailing. He's having to take some pretty hard shots, and a few of them. But these are danger signs for Hamed.
That's happened about 3 times already, and we're only in round 4. I think it's just going to be the way of the world with Hamed. There's the Barrera body shot. Coolly just stalking his man, Barrera. That's a lovely right hook by Hamed.
But Barrera can't afford to get confident, can't afford to make a mistake on the attack.
I suppose one worry for Barrera is that he may only have power as a super bantamweight. 3 times he's had him going, but he hasn't been able to nail Hamid.
Well, an accumulative effect could work. You know, these punches got to have an effect on Hamid as the fight goes on.
It's amazing to think that this Mexican could have grown up to be a lawyer, even studied for law. But he preferred boxing. And he's not bad at it either.
You'd want him in your side on the bench, wouldn't you, if you were in court? But especially with that look in his eyes.
The Hamid right hook. How soon before those kind of punches start to have some kind of effect on Barrera?
A lot of people talk about the defensive Barrera, getting hit with right hands and very open, but you know, it's pretty tight at the moment.
He's worked out a pretty good strategy, and he's making Hamid come to him, and he's counter-punching. It's a bit different than most people imagined.
This is better for Hamid, just trying to get the body shot and punches to the head working.
Again, Barrera's wide slung left hook. Well, he's striking a pose, but for me, he's behind.
Yeah, for me too. I got Barrera 2 points up. But Hamid's still there, still in front, still very, very dangerous. It just takes one mistake from Barrera.
See, when you're getting hit, it may not be that much, but your head is up, so it looks bad to the crowd. And he's catching you with one punch. The left hook. Every time you come in, he's catching you with the left hook. You're coming in from here, and you're getting caught. And it's making it...
So far, so good for Barrera. He said, didn't he, beforehand, he'd heard all the talk about Allah. Naseem Hamid. He said Allah will not be in the ring.
Well, you know, he's got his own ability, his own reason. There's the left hook again. Hamid walking into it a bit, getting caught with a good counter.
Two such contrasting characters. Hamid, who did his training based at Bing Crosby's old home in Palm Springs, California. Barrera in the Spartan snowy mountains. Now, Hamid needs a big round here, I think. He's got to start to impose himself. Otherwise, the situation is going to get serious on the scorecards for him.
Yes, he'll be beginning to think, you know, what's he got to do? How's he going to find the punch?
Bring up.
2 points ahead for Barrera. Oh my God.
Barrera's defense has improved. Notice that when he fought Morales, taking more on the gloves, it did need addressing. He sometimes is a sucker for a right hand against conventional fighters. They almost tripped each other up there.
Well, that often happens. The feet clash when you've got a southpaw and orthodox fighter, and you know, sometimes the lead foot gets tangled.
There's that right hook again. Use the elbow as well, Hamid, roughing him up close in. He'll be the stronger man, I would think, of these two. The big featherweight against the super bantamweight coming up.
Yes, you'd think so inside. He is a very physically strong person, Hamid.
Just those single jabs from Hamid and single right hooks. Hasn't got combinations going, but we know he has them. Good hip movement from Barrera too. It's again that little left hand counter with the jab. It's almost chess match stuff, this, isn't it?
He's doing well to beat Hamid to the jab. Very difficult to out jab a southpaw, especially an orthodox one like Hamid.
That's a good block by Hamid. Parried that punch, that left hook that time. He's a bit more wary about it. Managed Stewart told him about it between the rounds. He's acted on that. There it is again, though. Come on. come and have a fight with me, says Barrera. I'll be quite happy if you do that.
Well, this is the macho in the Mexican, but you know that could also lead to his undoing by getting carried away, getting overconfident, leaving his chin out.
It's a cute strategy by Barrera, isn't it?
Very cute. The counter punching's working well.
Well, you have to give this guy those rounds. What? You're not supposed to win this round. Listen, listen. You let it.
Way behind on points. If this fight goes the way it's going right now, you lose your championship. You know, he's going to have to fight. You know, see, every time you get hit with a little light punch, your head is up, and therefore it looks much worse than it is. You understand? You keep trying the right hook, throw your straight left hand through the middle.
Well, I think they're telling him it like it is. He's behind.
Yeah, well, I think they've got to. There's no good trying to fool anybody in the corner. Hamed's a good enough fighter to know that as well. He knows it's tough in there. The right hand a little bit low from Barrera. Hamed coming back with a good left hook.
There wasn't a lot in that last round.
Wasn't a lot.
Let's go. You make 3 rounds. You don't leave till the ball.
Hamed, will we look to see him switch it a bit here? Yeah, he's leading now with the left, trying to confuse Barrera. The corner have asked for punches through the middle, and not so many of the right hooks. Now you've got orthodox against orthodox.
Well, you'd think Barrera would be better against Hamed in the orthodox stance because he's used to orthodox fighters more.
There's a lovely right hand from Barrera. Beautifully picked punch, and Hamed can't quite get his home. It's a frustrating night so far, this so-called defining night for Hamed. He was arguing in the corner, wasn't he, between the rounds? Said that wasn't his round, that last one.
Yes.
What did you think?
I thought it wasn't. I thought it was Barrera's round. I thought he just clean the box and Hamed just not quite getting it together.
I scored it even, that last one. Does Naseem Hamed know enough to deal with this top-class operator who's adapting his style very cutely here? Oh, another big left hook, but significantly, this time it bounces off Hamed's chin completely.
Yes, Hamed maybe warming to the power a bit, you know, just warming up. And when you do, you take the power better.
Well, if Hamed is the man with the superior power, as we all thought, you'd have to say it isn't showing yet. It might.
Of course it might, but he's just not getting the punches on that he wants. The sharper boxing, the better speed is from Barrera, and he's just kind of punching better. The power, you know, if Hamed gets a clean shot on, he can still end it.
Just not really able to get his punches off, Hamed. Certainly no combinations.
Back to southpaw now. Feels that's more comfortable to his style.
Well, that's a punch on the break there, really, from Barrera. It's a bit naughty. He just pulls the face, says, it's okay, as far as I'm concerned. Joe Cortez didn't seem that worried, did he?
No, he didn't. Another Barrera round. They're happy in the Barrera corner.
Hamed's in trouble on the scorecards. There's Lennox Lewis, who, by the way, is going to be making a ring entrance afterwards for the remake of the film Ocean's 11 with Vladimir Klitschko. That is absolutely bizarre, but let's not bother about that now. We've got other things on our minds.
We've got a very good fight on our minds. This is really, really good.
But you won't do this and come back with the left. Let the big shots go. Don't worry about boxing. Let your big shots go. You punch too hard. Once you connect solid, it's going to be over with. Yeah. But right now, you're basically trying to win the fight off of this one punch here. And he's catching you with punches. Sometimes it's not that much.
Some of these rounds are close, but I think Barrera nicked that last one for me.
Yeah, he did for me as well. But interesting to hear Manny Stewart. He wants Hamed now to abandon the boxing. He wants him to go out. There's the exchange. Hamed, a little one on the break. Barrera's well after the break.
Hamed is in trouble on the scorecards here as we go into the second half of the fight. A lot of predictions are already out of the window here. Emmanuel Stewart says, once you land properly, fight will be over. Is he whistling in the dark or under the lights as it should be here?
And Barrera pulling away, 4 points ahead on my call.
That's a bit better for Hamed. That's what he needs to do. He's got to somehow get a volume of punches to land. Meanwhile comes news that our American colleague Harold Lederman has the fight level.
Well, he's maybe seen the rounds a bit closer than we are.
Are we heading for another of our little periodic controversies?
But Manny Stewart wants Hamed to come out and start letting the big shots go. Will he do that this round, Hamed?
Oh, big left hand from Hamed. He smiles, he sneers, and Barrera says, so what? Effectively, waves him back in. That was a good shot by Hamed. He looked it anyway from our angle. And there's another one on the counter.
What Hamed needs to do is start getting combinations going, starting in this round to get the single shots on. Needs to start build up, putting shots together, 2s and 3s.
This man is a master at rescuing seemingly lost causes. Hamed, I'm not suggesting this is a lost cause for him, far from it. It's all still up for grabs, but it's been Barrera's first half of the fight.
Starting to use the jab better, Hamed walking forward, but he can't walk on anything.
He's starting to bounce around on his feet quite confidently, Barrera.
Taking Hamed off with the jab there, Barrera. He's got good boxing skills as well, and Hamed showing his jab is a good one.
That's better, looks a bit looser, Hamed, suddenly. Leering through his gum shield at Barrera. They're starting to let these power shots go. Come on then, says Barrera, quite happy. I'll be looking for counters every time you try it. It's macho stuff, isn't it, from this class Mexican?
Oh, very much so. Very, very much so. There's nothing much in a fight will face a Mexican like Barrera.
Good round this so far. More punches getting thrown and more landing.
Hamed doing better with the jab, but still the defenses are weak from him.
And he smiles as if relishing the battle. There's Alicia, Naseem's wife. By the way, Naseem means gentle breeze. He's been a bit more like a hurricane for most of his opponents, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But that was better, starting to move about, loosen up, use his jab more in that round, Hamed.
We need to throw the left hand, right? You hold it
I've got it to Barrera by 2 points at the moment.
I've got Barrera by 3.
Right? We have to let it go. Okay. All right, but we're going to fight from your shoulders now, okay? Yeah. That's what I want.
Now Oscar Suarez is doing the talking.
Yes, they've been alternating round to round in that corner.
Rudy Perez is the trainer for Barrera.
And they're just walking onto a double jab from Barrera, but he had plenty of success in that round with his own jab.
Fascinatingly poised. Here's round 8. Hamed doesn't usually have to go this far. In fact, he's only boxed 8 rounds in the last 18 months before tonight, while Barrera had had 48 rounds of action. Could have been a bit of ring rust for Hamed, you know, early.
Well, that could be a problem. You've been out a long time before you meet this caliber of opposition.
Damage underneath the right eye of Hamed's been there from early. it's no great worry. His reflexes starting to look better, Hamed, making Barrera miss a bit more. It's a cagey old game they're playing.
Yes, it is. Just waiting for somebody to make mistakes.
How are the judges seeing it? Wouldn't we like to know? Good left hook, Barrera. And Hamed right through the middle. Now, that's what they were asking for. And again, I think that one hit the gloves. Then a body shot from Hamed. Watch the low ones, says Joe Cortez. He's starting to fight with a bit more devil, Hamed, here.
They're just maybe warming to the task more, getting his timing more, Hamed.
More accurate in this round than Barrera. Heads almost banging together there. He might even have done so, but no cut that I can see. Ah, lovely shot. Classic shot, right-handed. He had to hold on to the ropes. Hamed there. He was wobbled by that one, Glenn.
Yes, he was. He's definitely hurt the legs. He just delayed effect, just staggered a bit.
But that's part of what makes Hamed exciting. But like Tommy Hearns was, he's so vulnerable as well. Felix Trinidad's the same.
Yes, they can get hurt, but then they come back.
Again, you see the class of Barrera. This is easily the best fighter that Hamed has fought.
I think that shot did take a bit out of Hamed. He's really gone. First time he started to go round the ring a bit.
He was doing well in the round to that point too.
He was, yes, until he got caught with that good shot.
Last 25 seconds of the 8th. The smart money in Vegas was saying this was going to be a long fight. Last few seconds of the round. Again, the left hand. Barrera's come back in the second half of this round. But Hamed had the first half of it. Close one. Let's get an update of how Wayne McCulloch is seeing things. How are you scoring it first, Wayne?
I have Barrera ahead by about 2 points. You know, he's fighting a perfect fight. He's hitting Hamed with a straight jab, which is like the basic punch in boxing. And it's hard to hit a southpaw with a jab, and he's landed every single time. Hamed started that round pretty well, but he got caught, and Barrera finished there strong, really strong.
So how do you score that last round?
I would give it to Barrera, definitely.
On his work in the second half.
He worked the second half really well.
And that's the last thing the judges remember.
That's right, that's true. That's why most fighters fight the last 10 seconds of the round, I think, because to try and sway the judges. So it's going to be interesting if it goes to the scorecards.
Yes, it is.
There's the big right hand from Barrera, brought that one in, there's the legs wobble, grabs the rope. But he recovered well as the round went on.
Seconds out.
Coming up to round 9. And off we go again. Others who've tried to come up the weight and fight Naseem Hamed, including Wayne here, and Boyani Bungu, failed to defeat him, though Wayne did honourably last the distance that night. Hamed hasn't been beaten for 12 years, since Dean Piffy beat him in the junior ABAs. He was 15 then.
And still looking for the big right hand.
Good shot again from Barrera, who shows little sign of sagging, or that the effect of Hamed's punches are beginning to wear him down.
Well, we saw how the pace he can box in a 12-round fight with Morales. I don't think there's anywhere that Barrera will tire.
Speaking to Kevin Kelley, a former Naz opponent, he said it would be a cumulative effect. He said they might feel just solid punches early on, but by the 8th, it'll feel like a jackhammer hitting you. Let's see. Success with the jab for Hamed as this has gone on, but not able to do that much off the jab.
looking for the counter punches that have served him so well in this fight.
On the back foot, surprisingly. Not his game usually. Hamed starting to ram and spear through that right lead. You wouldn't want to second guess the judges either, would you? Not here, of all places.
Not in Las Vegas.
Been here too many times, frankly. Pseudo-illegal gestures and posing from Hamed, trying to feint to set up the attack. Left hook. Back from Barrera after the left hand from Hamed. Tip for tap.
And this is the good fight we thought it would. Two very well matched fighters.
Hamed has clawed his way back into the argument. Oh! But he's come by another left hand! All over the place. Left himself open. And it looks so bad when that happens. It looks so very bad. And I'm sure the judges will chalk that down to Barrera.
Well, I give it to Barrera. He started the round well and then finished it with that. You can't win rounds when you get knocked about like that.
Not with one single shot, right, Mike? We're gonna concentrate more on his body, okay? We have to work that body. He's on his way down, and you know it. You already saw it, right? What are we doing here? Right, we're going to go for one low blow, okay?
He's looking down the barrel a bit here, you know.
Yes, he is. It's getting tough in there. Can't afford to keep getting hit like that. That eye looks a bit inflamed. The right one.
3-4, but if you land the fifth shot, you still can knock this man. You've got to go for the knockout. Give me more water.
Stewart, Emmanuel Stewart, he thinks Hamed's behind.
Yes, he does. He thinks Barrera's getting the best of it. Look at them. Left hook almost lifted Hamed off his feet because he was off balance so much.
I've got Barrera 4 points ahead. You, Glenn?
Exactly the same, Ian. I've got it 4 points as well.
So's everybody else around here. Just checking with a few other hardened ringsiders. Round 10. Now Hamed is going for it. He's been told he needs the knockout. Can he do it? He's got a gamble, hasn't he, now?
He does. He's always found a way of pulling it out, and that's what he's got to try and do now.
He did against Kevin Kelley when he was down 3 times on his American debut. He did against Augie Sanchez when he was on the floor. The referee didn't cut it. There's another cracking Barrera's shot. Barrera must be wondering how Hamed hasn't hit the counters.
Yes, he must. He said he's going to go for a knockout all the way through this, Barrera. But he said if it's going to go the distance, he's quite happy just to do that.
There are times when Hamed has been staggering around like a Saturday night drunk. But somehow his head is cleared straight away. Tribute to his conditioning. I think they worked well for this one.
Yes, he looked in very good shape, starting to throw that straight left hand through the middle. Barrera realizes just tucking up.
Started from Hamed. Starting to drive the shots through, big left hand, and Barrera inks it up again. Like blotting paper. He said to me, I've only ever been down 3 times in 56 fights. Don't think for one moment that I'm going to be chinny in the face of his power. Don't even think I'm going to be frightened of it.
Well, he's certainly proved that this far.
This is the crunch now for Hamed. It's come down to this in a high-class contest. The litmus test, the barometer. What does he do now?
They're trying to plant the feet. He's looking for the big shots now.
If he pulls this round, he really is one of the modern greats.
Well, you've got to agree with that. If he can pull it out from here, it's a tremendous performance from Hamed.
If in times, and I thought it might happen, where Barrera's made him look a bit silly.
Well, he has got that style. Somebody that can fathom that style out can do that, because he does make glaring mistakes. But he also, with them mistakes, brings you onto his punches.
Oh, walked onto the left hand, Barrera. Walked through it, as he did so often with Morales.
That's your round like that.
Well, they're worried.
That was your round.
Go on, run ahead. I got you.
Okay? You take it to him where you going. That was your round. Okay? You got 2 rounds. 2 rounds. Okay?
Was it his round, Glenn? What did you think?
6 minutes.
That was close. That could have went either way. It was a difficult one to score. They both had good times in it.
Because he's giving. That's the first time I saw it look like mentally I saw him give a little bit.
Si fallas uno, le das
That
el
was
otro.
interesting what Emmanuel Stewart said there. He said, for the first time, I saw Barrera mentally give a little bit.
I did. A few of the punches in the beginning of the round just seemed to affect Barrera. He just seemed to maybe start to feel the power.
Barrera, of course, is reaching out for a greatness of his own among the many high-class Mexicans at this weight, like Vicente Saldivar and Salvador Sanchez, Ruben Olivares, and now Eric Morales.
Well, this is a defining fight for Barrera as well, if he can win. People said about Hamed, and it certainly is, but it's the same for both of them. They're both great fighters at their peaks.
He's going to war here now, Barrera. He'll be worried, won't he, about what happened with Morales, that he got robbed.
Most
the
definitely.
world thought he was robbed.
He was blatantly robbed in that fight. They took it away from him, and he'll not want to see it again.
And Hamed is the marquee fighter, remember. The money machine. Oh, look at Barrera here. 5-6 punch combination, and then he sticks his head in Hamed's face. It's getting rough in there. He's a little bit hurt, I think, Hamed. Breathing heavily. Barrera now is resorting to what we thought he'd do all the way.
But we saw against Paul Engel, where even if he's starting to tire, even if it's just slipping, he can still pull the shots out.
He's looking to walk through Hamed. Hamed here has to match this fire, otherwise he's staring at his first ever defeat. This is terrific from Barrera in this round. He's shown a real fighter's heart.
Well, I think that was never in question from Barrera.
No.
He's a warrior, has been from day one when he laced on the professional gloves at 15.
Well, they've both been at this business for 20 years, man and boy, these two. Started at 7, the pair of them.
This is a big round for Barrera. It's took a bit out of Hamed, I think.
I think it caught Hamed out a bit as well. Up the tempo, suddenly. And now he's got points in the bank in this round, Barrera. Oh, straight right hand. He's come out here as if he wants to close the argument. Oh, Hamed rocked back, chin in the air, reflexes not what they were. He wouldn't have been hit like that earlier in his career.
Some of the fire, some of the spring has just gone out of Hamed's legs a bit, hasn't it?
This is a big round for Barrera. Hamed's done very little.
But he'll still be waiting, still be trying to load Barrera onto that big shot.
The strange thing has been that Barrera's looked the puncher in this fight.
Definitely, that was a good round for Barrera, the biggest round so far for him.
And now there's only 3 minutes left.
Take them up, Take them up,
I've got it to Barrera by 4.
I have it to Barrera by 5. For me, Hamed needs a knockout. He's been hit far too much in this fight.
Lay out the final round, touch him up.
This is
He looks depressed, doesn't he, Hamed?
Yes, he does. He looks like it's been a hard fight. But he's still there. He's still got the chance. There's 3 minutes left. Hamed's always managed to pull it out.
You got to bend down and go to him with short punches.
Looks tired. Well, he's had some scares along the way, but there's never been anything like this.
There hasn't, but this is a guy in Hamed with immense pride. You know, he'll still have something left. He'll still have something he wants to give.
12th round. We haven't been disappointed by this. Some of the crowd are on their feet.
Almost all of them stood up there to applaud both fighters.
They've had value here. Hamed has just got to gamble. He really has. But Barrera is starting to loosen up and looks like he wants to stop it. I don't think he trusts the judges.
I don't think he does, and after the Morales fight, he has very good right. But he's doing a number on Hamed now.
He really is. He's taken over completely. The danger for Barrera is that by being this gung-ho, he just gets caught by one sucker shot.
And this is where he needs all his brains, all his cool. But he's still finding Hamed easy to hit.
Barrera has handled the power. He's passed that test with flying colours, up to now anyway. He's taken everything Hamed can give. Another right hand. We're inside the last 2 minutes now. You may be looking at Naseem Hamed's first ever professional defeat.
Still looking for the straight left hand, Hamed.
Give Hamed credit, he's shown amazing durability.
Oh, you've got to give him tremendous credit. He's went in with a great fighter, and he's took some good shots, and he's still in there, still trying.
Oh, Barrera exacting a bit of revenge of his own. He's got something to say to Hamed as well in that interchange. He's got very bad tempered. 1 point off for Barrera. Hamed's dad is on his feet on the far side. I think he bounced Hamed's head against the ring post. That was what that was for.
Yes, he did. He turned him round and pushed him against the ring post.